Hello, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft with Winkleberg. I am your host, Winkleberg, and today we will be working on this, which is an entryway kind of overlooking a bay area in between two extreme hills. I think this build is going to be kind of a little bit of a mix between modern and, oh, I don't know, sort of like an elvish feel almost. I'm not going to say that's exactly what it is, but it's going to be a little bit more hopefully pristine looking than what the basement area is down there. We're going to try to do a transition between a more underground cave-like people down below to a, light loving people up above. So this is going to be the first of many videos describing how I'm going to be building all of this stuff. So as you can see here, I have laid out the foundation a little bit. It's kind of off right now, so we're gonna have to mess with this a little bit, see exactly what we want to do, and then we will get started from there. So let me take a quick look at the plan that I laid out, and then we will get started. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. I don't really like the location right now. It's a little too low. I'm going to redo that and hopefully get it centered here. So we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to have 4 blocks down here so that it is kind of a natural surface, a natural symmetry leading up to the main stairway. 2, 3. Yeah, so if we move the stairway over 1, which is the plan, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that should lead up to what's going to be the main ballroom type throne room almost. So we need to add one more over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the middle of this is going to be these two. So that's going to be a middle one. That's going to be a middle one. Here we go. Let's do one there. And we'll put these down here. And then we're going to start building this up. See, I do need to start down one though because. Oh no, this is okay. This is okay. So let's put these blocks under here. We're going to put these chiseled blocks kind of intermittently around the build. Okay, I fell off. Fortunately, I have no elytra, so it's not. And I came all the way to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to climb back up. Let's start over. Okay, we're back at the top. Let's see here. Let's clear out this a little bit. We don't want to see any dirt in the build, obviously. That's not really what we're going for. But I do want it to look like it's naturally kind of coming out of the mountain. So let's just build this up so it looks nice and even. This here. Okay. Not sure if this is exactly what I want, but we can mess around with it a little bit. See what looks good. Let's take this out now. These walls are all going to have to come out. I just kind of left this here as like a basic template for what we're going to be doing. So when you first start a build, it's good to kind of have an idea of a shape that you want. I think anyways. I'm not 100% sure if that's the best way to go about it, but I think it's good to have a kind of a design in your head kind of know what you want to do coming into it. So that way, when it comes right down to it, you know exactly what you want. You know kind of what the space that you're working with, and you can form that space then to look exactly how you want. It's not just kind of, okay, I'm going to dig out random places and we're going to just see what looks good, what doesn't. It's, okay, this is my space, now how am I going to make this space look good? So, as far as this goes, I think it's okay for right now. I don't know if we're going to keep it like this, if we're going to do something else. For right now, I think it's a good little overlook. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now let's line this area with some stairs. Oh no, don't go like that. And again, I'm sure you've heard this many times on pretty much every person who makes videos about Minecraft, is it's always best to have some kind of depth in your build. It's never good to have a perfectly flat build, because that's going to get you into a lot of trouble. Because as soon as you start having flat builds, then it just doesn't look very good. You know, you have to have some depth. You have to have some features either sticking out or coming in that show that you put some time into thinking about where everything is going to go, that you kind of know, okay, this is going to go here, this is going to go there. And then, especially if you're not doing a lot of different colors, using different textures, like I'm using the chiseled blocks here, that's really going to help your pattern stand out and really make your build a complete build, as opposed to something that's just thrown together kind of half-heartedly. You know what? Nope, I'm not going to do this. Not here. I will be doing that, but just not there, not yet. I'm going to be using both those, so don't you worry. Then you can also get into trouble if you try to do too much. So I noticed that's something that happens quite often. You know what? Let's just fill this out for now, and then we can. It's a pretty short area over here. I kind of wish I could push this back one almost, which I guess I could do. Let's see how it turns out first, and then we'll see if I need to push it back. Because we'll just see if it comes out even. I think with this it'll come out even. When I built it in the creative world, I kind of built it too far, so I didn't account for the stairway being this close. But I've done some looking around, and unfortunately this room back here doesn't go back too far. So if I try to push this one any farther back, like as you can see here, there's some dirt. That means there's probably surface coming up over there already. So I don't want to push this any farther back, so we're just going to have to work with what we have here. I know it's a small space, but it's a good place to start. I haven't done too much building, especially up here, as you can see. One of my friends put this in. I was planning on doing some underwater stuff in the bay area over there. So he gave me some underwater breathing potions, which will be really nice later on. But for right now, we're not gonna be doing that. We're just going to, let's say, take out. Yeah, let's take out these two. And let's take out those. Put these back there. Let's put some glass panes in front of those. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Or, let's see, what would look better? I don't know if I want those back there. I think maybe what I might do is put these back here. Because this is also our main source of light, so I don't want... Oh, but then you're going to be able to see it from the front, and Don't know if I want that. Well, let's try it like this. Let's fill this back in. And let's throw in a chiseled block there. Oh, but I can't put it on the corner with the light. Okay, so let's keep it the way we had it. And we will, yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this how it is. We're going to put a chiseled block here. Keep these light sources there. And we are going to keep working with this just like this. Yep. Alright, so I'll come back when this is more finished. Okay, so I think this is the design I'm going to stick with. You can see I added a stair down here, which is just to give that, again, a little bit of depth. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work coming into the hallway. Maybe I'll do another stair here. I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do with that. But now we can work on the floor a little bit. So floor is what's next. I'm going to have to dig all of this stuff out. I probably should have done this off camera too, but it's okay. It'll give us a little bit of chance to talk and to kind of let you know why we're doing all of this. So by trade, I am a mechanical engineer student. I don't really like when people say, "Oh, I'm studying this, so that's what I am." It's like, no, you are not. You have not earned the right to call yourself that, so I will not call myself an engineer because I have not graduated yet. But I'm graduating hopefully in December, so then I will have earned that title. And well, if I do graduate, I mean, anything could happen, I suppose. But until then, you know, that's the plan. So we're digging all of this out. We're going to make a nice looking floor. So I think I have some stone slabs with me. I'm gonna put all my build material here in this chest. Okay, there we go. Got some stone slabs. Perfect. I know a lot of people when they're building floor designs, especially, they try to go all crazy and they add like a million different textures. They'll throw in gravel and cobblestone and andesite, and you know, they'll throw in some like gray wool patches to cover up lighting in the floor. And that's great if you want to do that. And it's very build dependent. So what I'm doing here is, like I said before, it's supposed to be a more pristine build. It's supposed to be someone who takes great pride in what they do, and to me anyways, they wouldn't have something like a bunch of mismatched, even if it looks kind of good, even if it's a like a good design, I guess, or like a beauty and madness sort of thing. I don't really think that's something that the people that are building here would do. So, because of that, I'm not going to be putting all that stuff in. However, I will put in some sort of pattern. So let's come here to the middle, and now that we have this base here, then we can start to work with, okay, what are we actually going to do? Because I want it to look good, and I want there to be some sort of methodology to this whole thing. Oh, wrong block. So let's put in some just stone blocks there. And then let's kind of determine where we want the middle to be. So I'm thinking the middle is going to be kind of right here. I think these 4 blocks. Let's count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So we have an uneven number, but I want there to be a little more separate, a little bit more of a separate space over here. And then this can kind of be a segue into the hallway or something like that. So yeah, let's leave this out here, and let's throw in some sea lanterns down here. And you know what? I think we're going to want some full glass blocks there. So we put panes down there. Yeah, let's put blocks there. These panes are just going to look a little bit weird. I don't think that that's necessarily going to be a great idea. Now let's experiment here with putting... So I tried this on creative. Let's see what you guys think of this, because I personally I think this looks kind of cool. So you're not going to have any like up and down because there's nowhere to go down, so you're still going to be able to walk smoothly across it. But it gives that floor like a real depth to it. And if water worked like that, we could put some like water in there. You could imagine that there'd be water flowing in these pools around here. But again, we don't have a whole lot of space here. And I'm just messing up blocks everywhere. So we can't really do that with water blocks necessarily. So let's put that there. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then let's try to frame off this space by adding some more stairs here. So we're going to do the same type of thing where we did before. Yeah, okay, there we go. And of course I missed it again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think that looks pretty nice. So now we have like a concrete space. This is where it is. I mean, maybe you can imagine there'd be like a bench here, a bench there, and then this coming out over here. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna take that down. I'll probably take that down tomorrow, so you can really see the full view of what's coming out of here, and you can see why I wanted to make this an overlook, because this is actually such a nice place, and it looks so good in my opinion. Like it just looks really good. Let's put in a couple of these here. Man, I am like the absolute worst at placing blocks. It's unreal. So yeah, you can see how it comes straight up the middle there. I mean, we'll make this whole stairway look a little nice. As you can see, I made it way too close here, way too close. I started out just being like, oh, we'll have this be the grand entrance. It'll be 4 wide, and these side stairs will be like 2 wide or 3 wide. But to make it look good, you need it to be way bigger than that. And that's another piece of building advice I guess I could give you, is that when building, do not be afraid to go big, because the bigger you make it, the more room you have to make it look awesome. Like even this space, I think it looks okay right now, but it could have used a little bit more, like pizzazz, I guess. It could have used a little bit more depth to really make this its own room. And I think that I kind of missed the ball on that one a little bit. Kind of dropped the ball, missed the ball, whatever. And I made it too small, I wanted this to go out, have like a space there, and then do a lantern there, and then a space, and then like one of these chiseled blocks, and then do another one, and then maybe come out to probably like here. So like this whole way would be my entryway, or my lookout. But we ran into our own space. This mountain's not that big, especially up top here where I'm working. Like I'm working. So if you can look over there, right in this field of view, kind of where my cursor is, like that's land on the other side. So it's a pretty small mountain. It goes a good amount of ways to the east and west. I think it's east and west, but side to side, moreover. But it doesn't have a whole lot of room north to south. So we're kind of limited in that regard. So that's another thing to keep in mind, is when you're building someplace, really make sure that you know that this is what you want to do. This is the space involved, and you're gonna have to work your build around that, because you hate to get halfway through your build and then realize, oh wow, I was gonna do all this, and then my grand entrance, my main room now doesn't fit, and then you have to make it smaller, and it's just not gonna look good. So it's definitely better to make sure that you have enough room from the start, and make sure that everything that or all the space that you need is available. So that's one of the downsides of building into a mountain. I know a lot of people will build into like just build out in the open so that you kind of control your own fate there. But I think mountain builds are really cool. Plus, I kind of like using the natural beauty of what is generated in Minecraft. I mean, they do such a great job programming all these natural features that, you know, you'd hate to just destroy it, and that's why I kind of wanted to work this straight into the side of the mountain. Like this is exactly how it looked when I first got here. So I kind of wanted to keep that natural beauty and just work with that. I've noticed in this patch they've been getting a lot of these flip blocks, so they kind of flip automatically, and I don't particularly like that very much. Okay, so we got a couple there. I took that one out. So let's put this back. And I think let's go up one more here. But now on this round, oh, I can still reach. Okay, good. On this round, I'm going to use cobblestone steps instead of stone, because that'll give it that texture that I want. So even though it is a pristine build, but you can still use things like cobblestone. You can still use things like that. But everything that you should use, especially doing a build like this, should have a reason to it. Like, let's say the people that were building, they wanted to use these blocks to... Missed it again. To give it another feel, to draw your attention to the room, to draw your attention to the high ceilings. If you just use the same blocks all the time, you're never going to get anyone to look up. It's you're going to be a waste of a ceiling. That's why when you look at like the Sistine Chapel, the architecture surrounding that, it draws your eyes upward to the beautiful paintings on the ceiling. Because if they didn't have any architecture to go up and all of the amazing archways that they build, then that painting would, or the paintings and everything like that would kind of be lost a little bit. So you wouldn't have such a good feeling to it. So I think this is going to be good for going up. So now, I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm thinking some stone slabs would be the best up there. Because we don't want to use the white and make it too bright. We're going to need to make some more of these. Alright, that's not going to be enough. I already know it. No, it's not going to be enough. Pick it up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let me fill this out, and I'll fix that. And then we'll come back and we'll do a light fixture really quick, and I think that will be all for today. So I'll be right back. Let me finish this up, and we can work on the light fixture. And we're back. Okay, so I filled out this whole area with stone slabs, and I decided to go up one more block. I really wanted you to see both of these layers of the stair, because just having one, it kind of felt incomplete. It didn't really look very good, so I decided to do both, and instead of digging that out and putting something over there, I kind of rounded this off, so you still have the definite feel of separation with this first layer here, so you know, like, okay, this is the edge. Don't really cross here. This is where it is. But I didn't want to take out another one. I thought it would look kind of weird from the front. I didn't really want to keep this too separated, so I thought bringing this around would be a good way to tie it all together and make it just look really nice. So now we're going to do a light fixture. So I kind of wanted to do this like almost a modern kind of asymmetrical looking thing. So I'm going to put a few of these here. And it doesn't really matter what they look like necessarily. I mean, honestly, I might just leave it like that. And then what I'm going to do is put these glass panes kind of just around it in kind of random spots. So maybe you do that, maybe just put one there, put one in that corner, and then let's put one on both sides there, maybe one just sticking down, and, okay, no, not there. Oh, yeah, looks good like that. Do I even want any more than that? I don't know, I think this might be it, and I think this might, maybe let's put one more up there. Okay, yeah, and then I mean, to get something like modern like that, you don't want to go too crazy. You just want to have it, let's put one more on the side right here. See if that looks better. Yeah, now it kind of looks like fins. I'll just leave that off. So yeah, so you can see it has the different kind of contours going around it, but it's still providing us with plenty of light. So I think that's gonna be good. Now let's make sure that we don't have any light spots that are too dim. I mean, these will provide more light than pretty much anything else, so I think we should be pretty good. Let's look all around here. Man, even over here we still have 8, 9. This corner is a little dim over here, but we're gonna do the same kind of lighting all the way down the hallway, so that's shouldn't be a problem over here. We just want to make sure that this area is nice and lit up. So yeah, plenty of light. So I think that's gonna do it for this main entryway. So I think that's gonna probably wrap it up for the episode. Thank you for coming out and spending the time to look at this build. I know it's not very big, it's not very much right now, but we're gonna keep adding on, and we'll do more and more every video, and I'll cut out more of the middle, just putting stuff down, and I'll kind of just explain afterwards what I've done, so you don't have to go through like, oh, maybe we're gonna do this, maybe we're gonna do that. I'll try to do that before, but this is still, it's only my second video ever that I've put out, my first real creative video, so we'll keep getting better. I'm learning with you guys, so it's gonna just keep getting better and better. Yeah, we'll have this cleared out for next time so you can really see what I'm doing. Hopefully, I'm guessing the next episode we'll be doing these stairways. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt because we're gonna have to move all of them. We're gonna have to add some columns, add some other stuff, and it won't necessarily all make it into the video because I do like just playing to relax. I mean, that's kind of why I do this anyways. It's just fun to add in some video editing kind of stuff because that's something that I really enjoy doing. So I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks again for coming, and I will see you next time.